Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your SmackDown review. And I'm still sick. Still sick, motherfuckers. But I'm still here, dedicated as ever, giving you your SmackDown review. Show was uneventful. Nothing really happened. In fact, most people weren't even on the show. The Miz wasn't there. Shane McMahon wasn't there. Most of the stars couldn't even be bothered to show up. Asuka wasn't even there. The women's champion is not even on the show. So, go figure. We're missing a lot of key players here. They just, we'll get to it, all right? So we'll start off from the top. And it's Charlotte coming out. And she's saying since, Becky is not going to make it to the title match because she's suspended at Mania, and then she starts pointing at the sign. They already know that we don't like the pointing at the sign because they already okayed Seth Rollins going out there and saying, I know this is cliche, but I just gotta point at the sign. You gotta point at the sign. If you're going to Mania and you're not pointing at the sign, then, I don't know what it is. You just gotta do it. It's like some OCD shit. I don't know what it is, but I fucking hate it. It's been driving me nuts. They've been doing the pointing at the sign shtick, and it's been since the Ruthless Aggression era, I believe. We don't have to keep on having people. I get it. It's symbolic. The sign's been up there. They started doing the sign at WrestleMania 20. And I think that they might have had maybe Benoit or somebody point at the sign. Or maybe it was Guerrero. Or maybe it wasn't even at that time of the introduction of the sign. Maybe it was at a later Mania. But, ever since they started, pointing at the sign, there's been a slew of wrestlers, almost every single fucking one, has started pointing at the sign. So Becky, cringy Lynch comes out, Stone Cold Becky Lynch, overrated, 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 she's overrated, she's overrated. I mean, I don't even get it. Like, first of all, they're not even trying that hard anymore to make her a badass. She comes out there. Charlotte starts making fun of her. Triple H comes out, tells her to get out of the ring. She's not supposed to be here. And she slaps Triple H in the face. Triple H does the angry face. And then what he does is he basically says, Becky is a fraud and everything. And then he, just fucking, buries her right there. He said, you're scared of Rousey and everything. And I'm just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I mean, not only, is she cringy enough, but the company is, even fucking bailing on here. I don't even know what it is. But every single time they have Triple H and Stephanie come out there, I don't know what they think they're doing, if they think that this is helping talent. This is why I always crack up. Triple H loves young talent. Now, I'm a Triple H fan. There's a lot of Triple H haters out there, and I've got some problems with Triple H and stuff like that. But, Triple H is one of the greatest of all time. I think, people have said he's overrated. Maybe, but if you look back during the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era, there's a lot of very good Triple H matches, very good Triple H moments. You turn your eyes to the year 2000 with the epic Triple H. First of all, guys, all you got to do is turn your eyes to a few pay-per-views. Royal Rumble 2000, No Mercy, No Way Out 2000, WrestleMania 2000, Backlash 2000, the Iron Man match, Judgment Day 2000. Just turn your eyes to a pay-per-view in the year 2000 to see Triple H at his very best. So, when it comes to saying that Triple H is talented, I'll be the first one to admit it. But if you're going to come out there and say, he loves the young talent, he gets them over. What the fuck was this? This was not getting a young talent over. This is supposed to be their pet project. Do you know, right, Triple H? I'm all for the women. Well, was this all being for the women? Is this all in for the women? Because it looked to me like you kind of buried, you know, you tried to put doubt in the audience mind that, you know, maybe Becky is not the badass that she claims to be. And, you know, I like the Instagram page, Pipe Bomb News, but, you know, the guy on there is posting, like, comparisons between Becky Lynch and Stone Cold. And people are not having it. And then the guy's like, well, Stone Cold's my favorite wrestler of all time. And the same thing goes for me. So when you post that fucking shit, I know the guy from Pipe Bomb News ain't gonna watch this video, but regardless, I'm gonna rant on his ass anyway. You know, like, you're basically saying that this girl is the same as Stone Cold. And, you know, did Stone Cold go around slapping people? You know, she's fucking judo throwing people over her shoulder on Raw. And is that what they're going to do? Because Rousey is contemplating leaving the company. Are they going to have Becky Lynch beat Ronda Rousey? Is that what they're thinking of doing? It's bad enough that you're going to have Seth Rollins obviously go over on Brock Lesnar. Unless they pull a complete 180 on us, pull the rug out from under us like what they did with Roman Reigns last year. But I don't think that they're going to. Because they're going to have Seth Rollins win in the name of Roman Reigns. Which is a nice little story. But, you know, it's just Seth Rollins is fucking injured right now. So Becky Lynch is injured. Seth Rollins is injured. There's something here, right here, like, you know, people are not working safe. This is probably not the talent you want to push into the stratosphere. Meanwhile, I don't see guys like Elias hurting themselves. I don't see, or hurting other people. I don't see Drew McIntyre hurting other people, or you know, or himself. You know, I don't even see Braun Strowman doing that. For some reason, the guys that are good and talented and could be way over and you know, and look competent in high up spots on the card, they're not getting it. But the dangerous people who look like amateurs are reaping all the rewards for some reason. So, you know, I'm not really getting it here. So, and also Triple H also looked bad too, getting slapped by Becky. You know, like back in the day, he would have pedigreed her. So I don't understand. It's okay for Nia Jax to get the shit kicked out of her at the Rumble. I guess because she's a big girl, you know. But it's okay for, like, you know, the Becky Lynch to slap Triple H and Triple H not to pedigree her ass. Because that's what I would have liked to see. For me, that would have been awesome. And I think the crowd would have liked it too. It would have bettered her even further. But anyway, we've got Rusev and Naka Murphy defeating Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson because, you know, why not? Let's make them a tag team. You know, they were both U.S. champion about a week apart. Oh, and wouldn't R-Truth like to get some revenge, you know, considering they beat the shit out of him last week? No, he's going to sit this one out. Then we've got the Usos cutting a promo, but for some reason, Shane McMahon, who's actually in charge of the fucking show, they said the McMahons are going to be there every week. Well, I don't see Vince anymore. And Shane McMahon is a fucking tag champ, and I don't even see him on the show either. How about The Miz? Not there either. At least they acknowledge the tag champs. Then Randy Orton defeated Mustafa Ali. Why is Ali even on the fucking main roster? Why is he even on SmackDown? Like, why did they bring him out from 205 Live? They're just beating him at every fucking turn. That was a pretty awesome RKO, though. He yanks Mustafa Ali backwards, fucking crashes him down with an RKO. Pretty cool move there. Then we've got Samoa Joe attacking from behind. He backs down from Eric Rowan as Daniel Bryan comes out. Oh, Joe's a real badass. He's backing down from Eric Rowan. Yes, Eric Rowan is bigger than Joe, but isn't Joe not supposed to be scared of anything, right? Whatever, you know, come on. We all know that while we're on the topic of frauds, you know, like with Becky Lynch, we might as well bring Joe into the conversation, right? So So then Daniel Bryan ends up cutting a very good promo. He gives the mic to Rowan, who doesn't do half bad either. And I have to say, this is truly the highlight of the show every single time Bryan steps out. And, you know, there's people bad-mouthing, oh, the belt is ugly, this and that. And when Bryan returned, for some reason, the Smarks didn't like him. They were like, oh, Bryan this and Bryan that. Finn Balor, is where it's at. I mean, like, what? Like, I just don't get it. Like, how can you like a no personality having charisma vacuum, to use Dolph Ziggler's term, like Finn Balor, and be so happy that he took it to Brock Lesnar? Yay! But you have a problem with Daniel Bryan, who has legit promo skills, who's getting a character legitimately over, who's also a good wrestler, and you have a problem with that. This is character development. This is getting yourself over. This is taking a gimmick and running with it. And by the way, does anybody notice that Eric Rowan is wearing an Amon Amarth shirt? That's pretty fucking awesome. Then we had a little segment with Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles backstage. Jeff Hardy informs AJ that he's the new AJ Styles, just in case you forgot. Remember that? Remember around Christmas time? Remember when AJ Styles punched Vince McMahon out? You know, and he was supposed to be the new AJ Styles. Yeah, remember that? You don't? Yeah, because nothing ever fucking came of that. What did he do the week after that occurred? He laid out hot dogs very neatly on a table for the audience near the concession stands. Oh, AJ, you're so vicious. I want to see an animal. Remember when weirdo Vince McMahon said that? Yeah, a lot came from that. Then we had a absolutely pointless Mandy Rose and Sonja Deville tag match. They defeat the Iconics, Naomi and Carmella. R-Truth is still not around ringside. At least I don't think he was there. Not that I remember anyway. The new U.S. champion. He can't even be out there with his girlfriend. Can't even be out there for the guys that beat the shit out of him. And like I said, I'm a Truth fan. You know, like I'm saying, like fucking put Truth out there. You gave him the belt. Now fucking use him. Then in the main event, you had Jeff Hardy defeating Daniel Bryan by disqualification. Eric Rowan yanks Jeff Hardy out of the ring, causing the DQ. Bryan starts screaming in the back, and my God, this guy, like, this is passion. This is what I wish. I'm not saying that everybody has to scream and yell during all their promos, but all I'm saying is you can at least show a little bit of passion. And Daniel Bryan is showing that. Every single time he gets on the mic. And I wish what they would do is they would extend Daniel Bryan throughout the show. You know, and they did a little bit more of that. But this show, I mean, like from the Becky Lynch opening segment was fucking terrible. A bunch of matches that nobody cares about. And, you know, there's just nothing on here that's interesting. It's basically, to me, it's the Daniel Bryan show. That's the only good part. Everything else is skippable. I mean, honestly, like, to sit there and to see, you know, they're supposedly invested in Becky Lynch. And, you know, she's not doing it for me. Obviously, from what I see around the net, a lot of people are not having it either with Becky Lynch. And Triple H, you know, basically what he did here is he fucking killed his own creation. I mean, so let's recap. Since the Royal Rumble, what have they done with her? They've had Ronda Rousey berate her on the mic. No retort. No comeback. Then on SmackDown, they had her, you know, walking gingerly to her car. And she seemed like she was about to burst into tears. Then again on Raw, you know, we have her get, you know, punked out and suspended by Stephanie. You know, they can't even be bothered to at least have her break her arm. They have her steal the Ronda Rousey spot. They have her flipping guys, which, if anything, just makes her look fucking fake as shit. It doesn't make her look good. It actually makes her look bad. If you think that makes her look good, flipping dudes over her shoulder, who she obviously wouldn't be able to do that to in real life, that's not good. that's bad, because that just makes it look stupid. Like, she's just positioned in that spot just so she can attempt to get over by doing some really fake looking shit. And then in the back, you know, they have her say, you know, Advil and Ice Bitch, you know, doesn't say anything back, just having Rousey scream in her face. And here we have Triple H getting super close to her. Triple H was mansplaining to her, guys. Oh my god, so sexist! Stop! Okay, so, you know, let's just end it right there. It's fucking nonsense already with this fucking Becky Lynch is the next Stone Cold. It's such foolishness. Like, honestly, when I read that from Pipe Bomb News, like, come on, man, I like your page, but fuck. What type of bullshit is that you're trying to sell? Let me jump on board the Becky Lynch is Stone Cold bandwagon. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you get all the notifications. And guys, this has been your YWC champ. And I'm signing out.